Here comes the sun, I say. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright. Here comes the sun, I say. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright. Here comes the sun, I say. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Little darling, the smile's returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the
yes.
sun.
My mic's on. Is your mic on?
Oh, it is. Happy Tuesday, children
Yes,
of the
it's
line.
actually a very happy Tuesday, and I'll be happy to tell you why. Well, first of all, we have John Elefante this evening, and going to talk about his career. He's done a couple of things in a minute or two. Originally from Long Island, defected to California, but you know. That's okay. Very talented guy, and I'm looking forward to talking with him. And I have some stuff to tell you about. Where am I? Here I am. Here I am. Here I am.
Everybody's saying that they cried during the Notebook.
Oh. Well, if you were living here, you would have been doing a little crying. You might have noticed, that where we broadcast from, because of all the screens in here, this is absolutely the hottest room in the house. And because we have central air, one side and the other side,
Two central airs.
What?
Two central air
Yeah,
conditioners.
by central air. Two zones. We have the guest side and our side. Anyway, if you recall, maybe it was Friday. I don't remember. We had a lightning storm that was unbelievable. And we heard this crack of lightning. Was it Saturday or was it Friday?
I really
All
don't.
right. Well, anyway, it was not a good day for it to happen. And I think it was Saturday. Anyway, whatever it was, what it did was it took out one of our air conditioners, our central air units. Now, you might have noticed last night that we were feeling a little warm. It was probably 80 degrees in here with the screens and everything else.
It was 86 right outside the door
Oh,
in
I'm
the
sorry.
hallway. So
Okay. It was hot.
it was real hot.
And, of course, the guest side, the other side, which handles the other studio, the main studio and the kitchen and everybody, everybody else's place. It's 76 degrees over there, frickin' having a party. Mm-hmm. Now, this is a little Florida wisdom to drop on you. Some of you are already here and know this all too well. Some of you are thinking about coming here and should know this. In Florida, you go to the beach or you go to the Gulf or you go do whatever, and you really, it's an active lifestyle, whether you play tennis or golf or whatever. You can do something all the time, and you can sleep through just about anything. There's no sound, no thunder, it's just beautiful. The rain. The only sound that can wake you up is when the power goes out. And the air conditioner stops.
Yes, you hear it go, whoa. And it's like, no!
And it's like, what? And then you lay there before you freak. You lay for like 10 seconds because maybe it's all going to come back on. Mm-hmm. So, well, why would you be telling us that? Well, I'll tell you what. When we came down here from New York, we moved everything. We just emptied that house out into a giant truck, and it got dropped off at our new house. And one of the things that we brought with us, Carrie, if you're watching, we schlepped with us, was 2 window air conditioners, because our house, thank you, 3 months free, Uber, no thanks. So, I don't know, the power went.
We took our window air conditioners
I know
from
that,
New
but
York.
how we got to it, the power went out, and it was like a while.
Well, the hurricane came through.
Yeah, in the first one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Eventually, we got smart enough to buy a generator. And
Because the hurricane came through. The first one, after we were here for 13 days,
yeah,
and
after
there
we were
was
here
no
for 13
power.
days. Did we get it at that house? Did we have it at that?
No, we didn't have it at that
Did
house.
we have it at Natoma?
And we
I
had
mean,
a
at,
15-year-old senior dog, and he was dying of heat. We were putting him in the bathtub with wet
right.
towels on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when did we get the generator? Here or at Colonial? All right, anyway, got a generator. And the last time the power went out here, we said, aha! Went and got one of those old window units, put it in the window, and boom. Wow.
And our neighbor had
neighbor.
a generator, but he hadn't started it up in over a year, and it seized up and didn't work, and he had no window unit.
So we had 2, so we gave him one of ours.
And he went and bought a generator.
And, so, and we have a rig. We call it glamping because
We put that window air conditioner, and it stays in our bedroom
it stays in
permanently.
there. Yeah, because, and think
And
about
it's
this.
on
This is,
permanently.
there are a few rooms in this house, and they all don't need to be 68 degrees
No.
at 2 o'clock in the morning. Only one needs to be.
The one that we're in.
Just that one.
Oh, our
So-
friends from Argentina are watching.
Hello,
Frederico
friends.
Stella.
Hello, friends from Argentina.
They're back.
That's great.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I was going to say don't cry for me, but I'm going to, although you could have been
Don't
crying. I don't know if
cry
you
for
just,
me, Argentina.
you know what, if you knew how hot it was before the air conditioning. Anyway, let me
They live
finish
in
up.
Argentina. I think they have an idea.
No, I'm talking about here
Oh.
because our AC. All right, so it's Saturday, and I call my guy. Everybody has a guy. You have to have a guy. If you're in Florida,
great guy.
You don't have a guy. You're
You're screwed.
You're screwed. It's like not having a guy in New York. If you don't have a guy in
If
New
you have
York,
to go to a company, they rip you off.
it's done dirt cheap. So I call up. First I spend a day trying to figure out what happened. Why? Because everything seems to be working. The coil is getting cold,
Well-
fan, and the outside thing is turning, but nothing's coming out of the.
No, but it happened the same time
Right.
the lightning storm happened that knocked our
So I
TV
called
out.
Tom, my guy. Called my guy Tom, and I said, "Hey Tom, it's me. Stuff blew up. Please call me. Blah blah blah." Now Tom he's one of those guys. He owns the company. He's the guy. He shows up. It's Tom.
Doesn't
That's
even
what it
have
is.
a helper. It's just Tom.
Yep, just Tom, and he's a monster, like a really good
He knows it all.
technician, and wants to save you money. Doesn't
Yeah.
want
He does.
So I call up. I said, you know what, Laurie, don't worry about him. Call Tom. Call up Tom. Don't hear back from Tom. Call Tom again. Don't hear back from Tom again.
And that's unusual.
That's unusual. So we called Tom yesterday, and Amy picks up the phone, Tom's wife. I'm not going to tell you who they are or do any of that. And she says, I forgot to call you back. Tom has a detached retina and cannot move. Well, now it's Monday, and it's like 85 degrees in part of the house, which is like, bedroom's okay, no problem, but, and that there's a bathroom and all that in there, but it's still, the rest of the house is, except for the place where nobody is, that's freezing cold. So Tom says, well, look, call John. And I said,
We don't know John.
We don't know John. I said, Tom, I trust you. I mean, you built my whole frickin' everything. Am I good with John? And he said, yeah, he's a little more expensive than me, but he'll do you right. Well, sure enough, called John last night. He calls me back this morning because Tom helped me diagnose what the problem is, and he said, just tell him it's this.
Yeah, the thing got hit by lightning.
And go do this, and da. So the guy, John, instead of running up my bill, coming here to go up and make sure that's what it is, and then going to get the part, which is under warranty, and then coming back with it, and now I'm on the clock, he goes, and when he gets his stuff this morning for whatever jobs, he picks up this part, which is like $350 or something like that. And so he turns up already. He's up there and out of there so quick, you would have thought.
Part.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Laurie
amazing.
says, hotel, here we come. Laurie, we have 2 bedrooms over there with beds.
We
with
have
air conditionings. But
Yeah,
we
we
want
could have
our
gone over
bed
there.
with our TV and everybody's set
Yeah,
up.
I'm not
Remy.
moving. Yeah, it's it's
There was a
nice over
bed.
there, and we do spend time over there occasionally.
Our guest is here.
Oh,
Yes.
well,
So
you can't,
there's that.
don't play Angus's theme song because that would be rude.
Well, it's not Angus.
No, it's not. Should we get a guest theme song?
No, you should answer the door.
Okay. Come in. Turn them up. I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
John is connecting to audio. Can you guys see that when it says that? So anyway, John, speaking of John, did a great job. Came
Yes,
out
he
of there
did.
and said it had to be 130 degrees in your attic.
Oh, he was sopping wet. He was only up there for
Yeah.
like half hour.
Hey!
Hey. Hola.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing real good, thanks. Thanks.
Are these lights behind me a little bright?
Nah, not for you. No, they're fine. They're fine. It's it's got a look to it. It's cool. We're good. Oh well, now you see when you put that's interesting. You must have a photosensitive camera. When you put your head in front of one of the lights, it gets brighter.
Yeah, I can turn them off if you want me to.
If what's up to you, man. I mean, it looks
Depends
funny.
on if you want the gold
Yeah.
records to stand out or
Yeah,
your face.
I think I might be able to identify the gold records better if they were not there. If the lights
They
were
look better than I do.
Do they? Nah.
No.
Whoa, no, I just
You
saw a
see one gold
Rickenbacker
record,
back
you've
there.
seen
What's
them
going on?
all.
Hold on.
That's the McCartney Rickenbacker.
Is it really? Is it left-handed or is it just?
You know what? No, it's a replica.
And I see a Dean.
A Dean.
Dean?
You'll see my Les Paul custom over there.
Yeah, but I don't care about that. No, I'm just kidding. Was that a gold
There's
top?
something with the red head
It's
behind
gold
it.
top, yeah.
Wow, is that really? That's I used to play with a guy God, in the early 70s who had a gold top, a 60-something gold top. Nice.
Nice.
I don't like keeping that in this room in case anybody wants to pull it off the wall.
Well, yeah, I get. Is that it's an original, I guess.
No, it's a reissue, but it's worth a lot of money.
Hey, let me tell you what. I had a reissue '62 P bass.
Yeah,
Amazing. So
you do a good job on those things, man.
oh my God, did they? Yeah, they sure did. And the reason Dean caught my eye is because we did. I wound up doing the Entwistle commemorative bass. So, the heritage bass with them.
Yeah.
Gibson and Fender and Rickenbacker and anybody else didn't want to have anything to do with it. So
Did he play a Thunderbird?
he played a Thunderbird, but then he played a Fenderbird. Which now think about this, okay? You're a gear guy, I can tell. You have gear slut written all over you.
Yeah.
That's my wife and producer Laurie, by the way.
Hi, John.
Hi, Lori.
He played a Thunderbird, but what he did was he took a Thunderbird body and I think it was a P bass neck, a maple neck, and made a Fenderbird.
Wow.
And he did that and so when I did two guitars with Dean. I designed two guitars with them in his name, and the first one we called it the hybrid because it had the P bass profile neck. And it had, but it had the mahogany, whatever, Thunderbird body, and we got as close as we could. We put some cool toys in there that John would have liked in the 21st century, and so on and so on. But I digress. I'm slipping into gear hell, and I probably shouldn't do that.
So he liked the P bass neck.
Yeah, he did. And I never when he started having Modulus do those graphite necks, and then we went to Status, and they did the graphite necks for him. I don't really know what the profile was. I don't know whether it was something in between a J bass and a P bass, but I know it was thin, and his strings were so close to the fingerboard that it had to be just.
Oh, wow.
That's why. The neck was so important. So.
Dave Hope played it. Remember Steinberger?
Sure.
Yeah, that thing sounded good, man.
Yeah, they did sound
Isn't
good.
that what Leslie played?
Leslie West was a Steinberger guy for a while.
Yep.
Really?
He had the one with the body and no head, and then he had the one, the regular little one.
Yeah.
No head. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like the one with the body. I like the shape of the one with the body. The black, like it was like a matte black finish on it. It was cool.
I'm not sure I've ever seen the one with the body. I just remember the long, skinny thing.
Oh yeah, no, the one with the body. It's wow. Well, we'll have to be continued. But what is this? I just got a message that said my internet connection is unstable. Now I can understand my state of mind, but my internet connection.
It's because you're in your spaceship again.
Maybe I gotta get out.
So, John, tell us what.
Yeah.
You're a great singer. Where are you singing?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, how's
You know
the
what?
past couple of years been?
Can you see my hat?
I can see Voices of Rock and Roll.
Yes.
Voices of Rock Radio.
Rock
I
Radio.
tour a lot with these guys, and what it is we all use the same band, and it's an ensemble of 3 or 4 singers. It could be me, Randall Hoff, Leonard Skinner. We could use Mickey Thomas. We could use guys like that. We're trying to get Robin Zander on a few shows, but you get hits all night long. You know what I mean? Because you got sometimes and a lot of corporate shows, man. These corporate shows are killing it.
Yeah, I know because everybody knows who everybody else is because they're all from the same corporation, so they're not worried about getting sick or whatever. I know that's a big thing that's happening now.
Yep.
And it's, it's not a ticketed event. I mean, it's a, how many people are going to be there. You know exactly what you're going to get paid, and they're
always
usually
fun.
they're usually a really ready to party crowd.
Yeah, I did a tour. We did places like that. Corporate events. We went to Hawaii and did one on the Big Island for I forget what it was, some insurance company, and it was like, this is why our insurance is so high because it was insane. In the middle of like, it was just ridiculous what they did. It was great, but
Wow.
yeah, fun. So, let's see. Got some hardware back there. What is your proudest achievement? Now, this is not an interview. This is just you and me talking backstage.
Yeah.
Everybody else is listening, so don't.
My proudest achievement. I mean, the obvious would be winning 3 or 4 Grammy awards and and having all this this hardware behind me. But that's really not my biggest achievement. I think my biggest achievement has been a song that I wrote years and years ago on a record called Mastodon, and Dave Amato sang it. Do you know who Dave Amato is?
Yeah, I do.
REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dave sang it, and I got a call from a girl. Well, I got a letter from a girl that was going to commit suicide. I mean, she was ready to do it, and she turned on that song and changed her mind. That's a big achievement. I mean, that might not be what you expect me to say, but
To be honest with you, that's exactly what I would expect you to say.
Yeah.
Because
He's had the same thing.
I've had a similar thing happen to me.
Yep.
yeah.
On the phone, like in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, this was at the beginning of caller ID and all that. And,
Yeah.
And so, listen, I totally get that because my proudest achievement, I'd like to think I haven't gotten to it yet, but yeah, I understand. That's I didn't mean, that was exactly what I would hope, for that.
Writing a song that changes somebody's life for the best is a big achievement, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean isn't that why we do this? I mean, we do it for the joy of other people. So, I mean, that's
agree.
a step beyond, and that's, understand it, that's cool.
Music has the ability to do that.
Yes, it does. And
I mean,
it's funny that you should mention REO and Xander because we opened a couple of shows for them. And man, are they still good.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave's been with them 35 years now.
That's amazing, man.
And they're going strong.
Yeah, it's great. We did. It was before all this craziness happened. It was quite, a few years ago. Before maybe 5 years ago, we did the King Center up in Melbourne, Florida, and then we did some festival thing. It was amazing. They were great. It was fun to actually go and be able to watch the other band and say, "Wow, these guys."
And Robin was friends with them.
Yeah, Robin.
They were Children of the Corn.
Yeah, they called themselves Children of the Corn.
Oh,
But,
wow.
so Xander knew everybody, and it was like old home week.
Yeah.
We did a USO tour way back in the 80s with Cheap Trick, Pat Simmons from the Doobies,
Oh, sure.
and remember Pablo Cruz?
Yes, I do.
And boy, the guys in Cheap Trick were just hilarious, man. Especially, I know that I think they've had a falling out, but Bunny Carlos was just a scream.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And I never realized what a great drummer he was till I did that tour with him. He's a really, really good drummer.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why those songs sound that way. Which is, and hey, respect to Nielsen's kid Dax, who is now playing with them. He's keeping it pretty authentic.
Yeah,
But Bunny was, he was something else.
yeah, he was. I had a room with him, man. It wasn't easy.
No, and I'm imagining that there was a lot of air freshener needed.
Yes.
Yes,
Indeed.
I have intimate knowledge of those challenges. So, but that's fine. That's all good. You know, I'm gazing in the background because it's a nice shot, by the way, and the lights are fine. But what is the? I'm guessing it's a CD in the middle of the gold record that looks like it has a 45 RPM hold in the middle of it. Oh, there's one behind you too, a platinum.
45. That's St. Elmo's Fire.
No, not the record. The actual award. It has like a big hole in the middle of it, which makes me think that that's a CD in there.
No, that's a black label.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, a tiny black label.
Yeah, those are all records up there. There's nothing up there but records.
Okay, so okay.
Oh, is one a
I'm
record
gonna-
with a CD?
That's what
Couple
I'm.
of
That's
them,
what I
yeah,
was thinking.
couple of
That
Yeah, that's what they used to. Even back when St. Elmo's Fire came out, we were actually up for a Grammy on that, and that had a cassette with it.
Oh,
wow, yeah, I've seen those. I've seen the.
1986, man.
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah.
No, there's three of them up there that look like they have the big hole in the middle. I don't, it's whatever. It's all cool stuff.
And there's
Oh,
there's the coveted Grammys over there.
see, I was looking for the Grammys. You know,
But even better, Steve, is the turntable next to it.
yes, I have a turntable in my control room, man. I mean, you know, and look at the vinyl on the rack. Absolutely,
Yeah, man.
that's cool.
And a Christmas tree.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is my room, and I just told my wife, just leave it up, man. I like it.
There you go.
Why not?
Hey.
And the surfboard, because I'm a California kid originally.
Oh, that looks like an old con.
I don't know what it is, but it doesn't have a skag, so I wouldn't ride it.
Well, you can always, you know what? You can always have them glass in a box and put a new skeg on it.
Absolutely.
I'm a child of the waves myself.
Oh, I used to surf all the time.
Oh man,
I moved out of Long Island, New York, when I was about 12.
Oh, well, so yeah, okay, so you got out early.
Pretty young, yeah. But man, I'll tell you, I tell people this: when a New York Italian, you're always a New York Italian. I don't care where you go.
Grazie, paesano.
I mean, when my father, who spent his life, in New York as an Italian, moved out to California, what a culture shock. He would just look at people and say, what these guys are driving campers? He'd never seen anybody drive a camper. And you come home from work and it's like, why do people drive campers? You know what I mean? He just couldn't fathom that. And he used to say, I wish I had a little pellet to throw out and just blow them up.
I like
funny.
him.
That's funny.
When my father died, man, that was the end of that generation, man. I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? Now it's up to you.
Absolutely.
So you got to do the bitching now, right? Maron, what's the matter?
And I certainly do.
That's okay. 'Cause you know what? It's in your blood. I know it's in my blood.
Yeah.
I had to chew my son out today because my wife and I walked up to his room, which we never do. 20-year-olds don't like you. They don't like you messing around in their room.
No.
No.
Who knows what they got going in there? Yeah. So we went in there because his curtain rod fell down and we needed to fix it.
Yeah.
And behind his bed were all these clothes just stuffed, and my wife got so mad.
Dirty clothes.
Clothes like
Yes.
old laundry clothes.
Yes, laundry clothes.
Wow.
All right.
I thought you were going to. I thought we were in for.
thought
I don't know what we were.
I
in
thought
for.
it was like dirty
I was waiting
magazines,
for
but they
it.
can go online. And
I was
look
waiting
at
for
that.
drugs or a naked girl. You got clothes. You should see me on my couch.
Fortunately, I only saw the clothes, but it was pretty disgusting.
Well, okay.
Did she make him wash them?
Oh yes, my wife's a clean. She's the opposite of that. She's a clean freak.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yeah, you see, we're both slobs. Cool. It's cool. Well, not really.
The clothes on our
I'm
couch
like
are clean. The clothes on
I'm-
our couch are clean.
I'm by slobble.
You're
Part of
bi
me that
slobble.
just doesn't give a shit. I'd throw it anywhere. I don't care. Hey, look, I made it. Great. But there's another part of me that has, I'm straightening stuff out in the studio. All the faders have to be.
Oh yeah.
So I'm bi-neurotic or whatever you want
I'm
to call
not
it.
bi slobble. I'm just
No, she's
slobble.
she's flat out slob.
Yeah, that's right.
But see, now this is the fun part. The way I get my wife to work out, get a good hard day's workout, is tell her somebody's coming over.
Ugh.
Oh!
I mow the lawn.
Yeah, she mows the lawn.
I get
with
my
the
Hello.
workout.
How
Yeah.
long have you guys been married?
38 years in
years.
September.
We're going on 36 in October.
There you go, man. That's
October
excellent.
what?
Congratulations. October what?
October 11th.
Oh, okay.
October 11th.
Very
Whose
good.
day is that? That's somebody's day.
No, my birthday is October 6th.
Right.
John
Lisa was
Entwistle
7.
was the 9th.
John was 9.
Yeah. My father's was 9.
Oh, well,
My
anyway.
mother's was 21.
It's apparently a good time.
Yeah.
My mother was October 20th.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Day before my mother's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Libra.
She's passed too. And I miss them both greatly.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sure you do. They
Both
must have
of
been very
mine.
proud of what you accomplished.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be a cool thing.
They really were. My mother always encouraged me. Because I was originally a drummer.
Is that right?
Oh.
I was originally a drummer. We had a band with my 2 cousins called the Brotherhood. And we had a singer that he was pretty good, and he got a gig on the Lawrence Welk show.
Oh, wow.
So,
I used to watch that every week with my grandmother.
he sang "Red Roses for a Blue Lady,"
Yeah.
and so he quit the band because his manager thought he was way too big for what we were doing. So he quit the band and left us in the dust. And we needed a singer, and I said, "I'll give it a shot." So I learned a couple of tunes, and then we added another drummer, so I became the singer.
Wow. So that worked out for you. And do you still play at all?
Yeah, I'm out of shape physically on drums. I mean, it's very physical, man.
Yeah, I know.
Especially in your kick drum leg, man. I mean, that gets sore pretty quick if you don't keep it in shape. And I had to talk with Lou Graham last week when I played with him. He was the same way. He was originally the drummer.
That's right. And his brother, Ben, I think, became the drummer. Right? Was it Ben or? Yeah, but I heard that about Lou, that he was originally a drummer.
And, I guess Mick Jones, he said Mick Jones was singing the stuff. And so he came out front and, he said, "Hey, can I give it a shot?" Probably just like I did. And the rest is history, man. He's one of the best that ever lived, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
Mhm.
And, it's Lou every time you hear it. There's, there's
Oh, yeah.
Which is, to me, that's what, if I strive for anything in my performance, it's to be recognized as my, my own sound, my own thing. And, when you can have a guy like Lou Graham or somebody, it's what we all strive for.
Oh, yeah.
So, wow, I think you guys would have a blast with Xander out there in the rock.
You know what?
radio.
Nobody will give me his phone number. And I won't ask you for it. That wouldn't be right. But
Well, I would be willing to give you my phone number, have you text me something, and I could be sure that he got it.
That's right.
that would be
Pass
great.
it on.
Can you have who did I talk to earlier? Angus.
Angus.
Angus, text me your number,
Yeah, no problem.
and maybe you could just say, "Hey, John Elefante wants to talk to you, man."
That'd scare him away.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking
No,
that.
really, he's like a
No,
little
no,
rabbit.
believe me. Xander's
He
been a
is.
friend for a long time.
He's
We
like
put
a
a band
shy
together.
little rabbit.
We ran around the country like little kids in a cover band. But he is timid,
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I know. He's a really nice guy.
he's a great guy.
Yep.
But like I said, if you catch, I'll make sure that he gets the message, and
If he
we'll
hears
talk
there's
about
somebody
it, and,
that
and I'll help you say the right thing to him. 'Cause
Yeah.
You know, I
Make some
know.
money.
I know people that have hired him.
Mhm.
So I know that he does corporate shows. You know, he'll do corporate shows without Cheap Trick because
Yep.
they're not ticketed. They're not ticketed, and they're not competing with Cheap Trick. So you know, I have a lot of shows booked that I'd love to see if you wanted to join us on one or two.
Well, here's what I will suggest to you. I'm going to have Angus give you my number, and he'll get me yours so that when you call him, it'll come up and I'll know who it is and pick it up.
Great, great.
Find out what their calendar is. Find out what your calendar is.
Yeah.
Then I will give you the equation of how it works on off days. Because when we were out for over 3 years because he wanted to keep singing. It was right. He was just about to turn 60, and he said, I got to go out and play. Can't.
He wanted to sing Led Zeppelin and
So it was,
Badfinger.
And we did. I mean, we did the Cheap Trick stuff too, but we did some deep cuts and a bunch of Zeppelin and Cream and the Who. He was having the time of his life, man. And
he still sings great.
He's a monster, and he was, So anyway, without going too far down that road, I'll make sure that happens.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can. I can.
And I think he lives right here in Nashville too. Where does he live?
No, he lives down
Florida.
here in Florida.
Oh, he is in Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's the bass player that lives here.
Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Peterson.
Tom. That's right.
So that's where you are in Nashville?
Yeah, I'm about 15 minutes south of Nashville.
Where did Devin just move to?
Hendersonville.
You know where that is, Hendersonville?
Hendersonville is north of town. It's the opposite side of where I'm at. I'm on the south side of town. It's nice up there.
Yeah, it's a lake or
Yeah,
something.
lake or see, he needs.
Yeah.
He
He
loves
moved
it
there
up there.
from California.
He went there
from Thousand Oaks.
So so you guys are all migrating back to the East Coast, slowly but surely.
Devin wasn't from the East Coast.
No, Devin was from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I could live in California again.
No.
I don't think I could live there.
It's too crowded, man.
Yeah. A lot of people are leaving because of the
Yeah, a lot
fires.
of people.
and
The
everything.
thing that gets me about California, my dad lived in California in Westlake Village. My parents were divorced for my whole life, so he was always out there. He went from, well, it doesn't matter, but that's where he wound up in Westlake Village. And for me, I don't like situations that you can't evacuate from, like earthquakes. That's just freaky. I mean,
I've been through a lot of them.
no
Oh.
shit.
And you always think when it starts, you always think, is this the big one? Is this the big one?
Yeah, why wouldn't you, right?
And my wife was a clothing buyer. She used to sell for a dress company, and she used to work in downtown LA every day. And every day I'd worry about her in one of those high rises.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, man.
You're right. There's no evacuating. You're gone.
You're gone. I mean, gone in and that's. Let me tell you what. When we first came down here to Florida from New York, my wife's from New Orleans, but we lived in New York for the first 20 years, and then now we're trying this for the next 20. If we make past that, maybe we'll head up your way. But I had never experienced anything like that kind of hurricane or that. I mean, any of that shit. And we were here for 13 days, and one of the biggest hurricanes to hit on the 13th day, and it was like, I'm just to give you an idea. I'm in a new neighborhood. I've been there for less than 2 weeks. I don't know anybody, and I hear about this new thing that I've never heard about before in New York called storm surge. Okay. I better ask somebody about storm surge, because this is coming for 3 days. In New York, trouble comes, it's right on you, you're dead or you get away. That's the way it is. This thing is it's like the Frankenstein monster. Oh, now it's by Cuba. Oh, here it comes. Maybe it's going this way, maybe it's going. So I go across the street and I said to my neighbor, Gene, Gene, what is storm surge? And he said, oh, well, that's the effect that the hurricane has on the Gulf. It pushes down, and so it surges at the shore. So I said, well, they're predicting 12 feet of storm surge. What does that mean? He said, well, check the elevation of your house, and that'll tell you, what it is. So I go and I check the elevation of my house. It's 5 feet.
And we're right across from the water.
And I'm putting guitars and cases and things up on shelves. I'm trying to and nothing happened, thank God. We lost one coconut, and I wound up doing hurricane relief concerts for the rest of the time. but it scared the crap out of me. Now it's
Wow.
yeah. So,
Yeah, we get tornadoes here.
Oh yeah.
and that's no joke, man. And
Yes,
it's all getting. It's all well. Listen, we're not going to go there.
No
We're
gloom,
into
no
the-
gloom,
This is
no
the
gloom.
no gloom ballroom, and we're not doing any more weather.
So
or
do you have
bummed
tour
out
dates
stuff.
that we can tell
Yeah,
the people about?
where are you currently appearing?
Yes.
I'll be at the end of the month, the 29th and 30th. I'll be in Colorado Springs at the Boot Barn Hall, which is
Okay.
a great venue.
Write it down.
Okay, and it's the Voices of Rock Radio, right?
Yeah, yes.
Because
Okay.
I have a friend in the Springs. I don't know if he's there. I think he might be in New York now, but I don't mind sending troublemakers.
Now, what are the dates
No,
again, and what
yeah.
is the name of the venue?
Yeah, the dates again.
July 29th and 30th, Boot Barn Hall.
Boots Barn Hall.
Boot,
Boot Barn Hall. Boot Barn,
Yeah,
Boot
these
Bar
places.
and Hall.
just Boot Barn Hall.
Okay, got it.
got it.
Like cowboy sounding.
Yes. Well, Boot Barn has the naming rights on the venue. Boot Barn's where you buy,
Yep, all your stuff.
cowboy boots.
You got,
Got it.
all your gear.
He played Denver with Entwistle, and there was like one of those mechanical bulls.
We played at the Buffalo Rose or
Yes.
something like that.
and the people were line dancing.
They're lying. We're
to
doing.
John Entwistle.
We walked on to a song that was on our studio album that actually Keith Moon played drums on, and the people are line dancing to our walk-on song.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So let's talk about Charlie Calv.
Yeah, and Death
Yeah,
Row.
Charlie's a great guy, man. Charlie's got it going on too as a musician.
Oh,
yeah, no, I know
Angel.
that. I know that. So yeah, man.
Charlie has been on the show.
Yeah, Charlie's been on the show. Charlie signed a deal with me. I mean, Charlie's like one of my favorite. Charlie and Bruce both.
Charlie signed a deal with you and one with you for
Yeah,
Entwistle.
yeah, the Entwistle. I got an Entwistle's Rarity. It's coming out with them. It's great. But what about your record, man? What is that? Tell me about that.
In fact, I'm trying to get some gigs booked with Angel, but through Charlie. But what was that about my new record?
Yeah, so yeah. I mean, what if I'm not mistaken? Didn't it just come out, or it's just
It
shipping?
came out early May.
Okay, and how's it doing? What's
It's doing okay. It's hard to tell right now because, I mean, it's too early to see a statement.
Yeah.
But I know that Charlie sold. I mean, just from the outset, Charlie sold a lot of CDs. I don't know how many downloads we have.
Yeah.
And I'm also out on a label called Escape Music in Europe, and Charlie just inked a deal with South America too.
Cool.
So we're just about everywhere.
That's
And my last record before this one sold about 70,000 units, which is not bad these days.
not bad at all. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're Britney Spears, maybe it's not so good, but I'd be thrilled with 70K.
Yeah.
Right, man.
I mean, I don't know that we'll do that well on this one, but we're going to wait and see. And if,
Well, those guys seem to be getting their promotional things, going. I like the way it feels at the label, and it's funny. Well, I was telling you about the Entwistle bass. I could never get anybody to do a bass. I called Dean, who's here in Florida, and Elliot says, "Yeah, man, let's do it." So it's like, and it's the same thing with Deco. You're not crawling through Tommy Mottola to get to Jerry Wexler to get to.
Yeah.
You're calling the guy up, and it's.
I call him on his cell, and he usually always picks up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they're great. I'm doing, I'm getting packaging ready together for, for the, they're putting the, the whatever you call it, the CD, the booklet and all that stuff together. So I
Yeah.
have to collect the stuff, the who wrote what and who did what to who and
Yeah.
why. But, yeah, it's great. I mean, I never thought, not that I never thought, I didn't really think about it, but it amazes me that we're signing deals with a legit label in the 21st century at all.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
and
Well, those guys are working hard on it, man. I mean, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
well, and that, And I'll tell you what, there's a real attention to detail there. You know, I'm listening, going back and forth, listening to the masters because I pulled rarities from a bunch of different places, but we have to make them live together. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And you know, they're really trying to find the sweet spot. It's just I really feel like you know, like it used to feel back in the day when you didn't know you were getting screwed. No,
It's a little it's a little disconcerting, but then again, it's kind of a necessarily evil, I guess. But you know, the day my record comes out, you can get it on Spotify. You don't need to buy it. You can hear the entire record in its entirety. You know, that's like, why would you want to buy the CD if you got it right there on Spotify?
There's a lot of people that want
yeah,
the vinyl.
There's a lot of people that want the vinyl, and I think, you know, talking about Charlie and Bruce, these guys are forward thinking, and you know, I'm sure that they're, first of all, why would you want to buy the record? The music is free anyway, and in my mind, it's just a vehicle to get people to come to your live shows and buy merch and, you know, be invested in you as an artist.
Right.
You know, it's the music, unfortunately, it's like television used to be free. Now it's everything, you know, but you had to watch commercials. It's just, you know, we're just selling a different thing. You're giving away the music and you're selling the performance and the swag and you know, so on. And, you know, somewhere down the line, it balances itself out. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with having, you know, hard goods at a show either, because, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, now one of our viewers, Sue from Pennsylvania, says she buys discs so she can read the credits, etc.
Oh yes. That's why I think LPs are getting popular again. People like hold on a big LP, man.
Yep, and
They like letters that are in something other than 6 font.
yeah, and she likes the artwork too, she said.
Yeah, the artwork, and that's, you know, when I think about any of that stuff, I mean, the music is the music, you know. And I was thinking about this today because I know we both have deals with Deco, and I'm thinking the music really is free. The minute they get a vinyl, the minute they get anything, if they want to share it, they're going to share it. That's the way it's going to go.
Yeah.
The only thing they can't share are hard goods beyond that. And if your music is that good, then people will want to come and see you live. And I think that's kind of a very full circle moment if you think about
They
it.
can't come see John live.
And whistle?
He's dead.
When did that happen? 20
years ago.
Yeah. No, but I don't, you know, right. But we're doing some very clever marketing things in there that you get more than just the music when you buy the music.
That's
so.
right.
And that's, again, down to, you know, Bruce and Charlie thinking, you know, thinking ahead.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, and it's, you know, I mean, you want to hold on to something. You know, you really want it. You do want to have something in your hand. I used to love going to the record store.
And you know what? I think the classic genre, classic rock people, they're more apt to want a CD and an LP. I think the young kids, Spotify is fine with them.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that my fans, they write me on Facebook and they email me and they say, hey, you're going to put out an LP? They've all bought the CD, all of them.
Well, it's down to a couple of things too. You know, they're MP3s. No matter what, MP3s, you can hear. It's not vinyl. It's not analog. And you know, this is the old digital versus analog. It's not even that, because a wave is digital, but it's got 10 times more data in it than an MP3. Mm-hmm. So I don't really know what they're listening to, and I don't know if they know what they're listening to. Everybody's listening in cans, you know, the buds now.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how important the sonics of it is. You know, you remember back in the day when everybody had a Macintosh amplifier or whatever it was with those cool blue VU meters, and they were real.
Absolutely.
So, you know, man, that's, you know, I think it'll come back to that, because once somebody really gets a taste of, you know, and I don't understand it either, because there's so much surround in the theaters these days, and even home theaters. You know, I would think that they would want a good listening experience, which you can't get from downloading a file.
No, you can't.
But
if you ever had the time to A/B it, there's no comparison.
Right, but my point is, I don't even know if they're aware of that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, the millennials.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have earphones with holes in them so they can hear what you're saying while they're listening to their music. But
I have the noise cancelers, man.
I got these little guys. They're, I have in-ears just like everybody else, but I have these little guys, and they work. And after a while, you can kind of A/B track.
Have you ever tried the noise canceling? Are those the noise canceling?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they are great, but it's just it's another world, man. It's another world. So, and do you use in-ears or open monitors before I get to the
No,
really
I can't do in-ears.
No?
I've tried. I notice after a show when I've used in-ears, I'm hoarse. I don't know. I just tend to sing differently.
John didn't like in-ears.
Yeah, John didn't like
No.
in-ears, but that's, but that you can't really go by what he was hearing because he wasn't hearing anything.
No.
This is a guy who turned his hearing aids up so loud that they were feeding back and he didn't know it. So,
It's like Bobby Kimball. He used to put his in-ears on top of his hearing aids. That's why he's just about 100% deaf.
Oh,
wow.
man.
Yeah, John was painfully deaf, man.
Yeah.
Painfully deaf.
Yeah,
But there you go.
it
Hey,
was
listen,
those,
and-
fireworks from Keith Moon.
What?
It was the fireworks.
No, that
from
was what
Keith
did it to Pete. No, the pyro did it to Pete. Gave Pete the
okay.
tinnitus.
Yeah.
Anyway, so none of that ringing stuff for you?
No, none. I've been wearing earplugs on stage for 35 years.
Well, then that's what you're used to. That's why in-ears don't work
Yeah.
for you because you wouldn't pitch the same.
No, I mean, the system that I have is I turn my wedges up real loud. It doesn't hurt because I've got the earplugs in. I have none of myself in my monitors. Zero. That's my mix right there.
That's funny because when I record, that's my mix except with no drums. I don't want to hear the drums coming back at me because I want to hear everything else that's in there because I'm hearing enough of that leaking through no matter what.
Okay, it is time
Oh, what? Oh, it's time?
for the questions.
Oh, okay. I'm going. Your wife was a buyer, is that right? She's in the fashion business.
Yeah, she was a buyer first for Nordstrom, and then somebody, a headhunter, came in and got her for Judy Knapp dresses, which are all over the place.
Ah.
And I come from a 7th Avenue family, so I know a little bit about that stuff. And I'm going to play a commercial. And since she's in the fashion business, I'll play one from my fashion line. What? And when I come back, I'll ask you the staggering questions. Did you get the questions from Angus?
Briefly, yeah,
Okay.
It's easy. It's easy.
but I don't remember them. But so
You must-
No, they're not hard. They're not hard.
Believe me, this is not the actor's studio, and I am not James Lipton. So I'll play the commercial. I'll see you back here in 30 seconds.
Okay.
And be right back.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all.
That's all. Now
The
time
end.
for
There we
the
go.
question.
Simple. Questions.
is that your clothing line?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want one of them jackets, man.
Those are shirts.
Yeah, they're shirts. But
Oh, are they?
yeah.
You can wear it over a t-shirt.
Yeah,
like
it's
a jacket.
they're oh, I should play the thing again so you can. You know what? I'll send you a link.
Yeah,
And if you
send me
really
a
want
link on
something-
that. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
hook you up, man. I will hook you up. It's you'll dig it. It's cool. Good stage clothes. A lot of guys. I'm very happy to say. You can give anybody a shirt or whatever, but when guys are wearing your stuff on stage, do you know Mark Rivera from Billy Joel's band, the sax player?
I've met him. I know him through Crystal Talaferro.
Yeah. No, Crystal.
Crystal's a good friend of mine.
So, well, he wears them on stage at the Garden. So, if I got to figure he's not doing that to do me a favor, if you know what I mean. So,
My son's going to see Billy Joel the 20th of this month. I got him tickets to Crystal,
oh, excellent.
and at the Garden.
Yeah, well, that he might see
Well,
one of
yeah, he'll
Steve's
probably see Mark wearing one of my shirts.
That's
But by
right.
that time, we'll have you hooked up. You'll be
Or Rivera's what a player, man! Wow.
great
Oh,
player,
yeah.
great player. Yeah, great, and a great guy, which is fun. And you always like when when a guy that you know from the beginning, the neighborhood, comes up and does good, it makes you feel good.
And is
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice person.
Yeah, and he's a great person. He really is a nice
Yeah.
guy.
He is.
So anyway, let me destroy your career with these questions.
All
Are
right,
you ready?
first question.
Here it comes.
Hit me.
Okay. You're on the road. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter what kind of food. But the one place when you know you're going back to Dusseldorf and you're going to go to Heidi's strudel factory. Favorite restaurant on the road?
Favorite restaurant on the road.
Doesn't
I
have
want to say Wohops in New York.
You would not be alone.
You are like the third person to say Wohop.
Yep, you would not be alone.
Yep.
Wohop is ambrosia. It's food of the gods.
Yep.
It's.
Oh, it is.
I've never tasted food like that. It was so good.
Yep.
Well, then, should we put you down for Wohop?
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing that came to his
is.
mind. That was Joe Berger's favorite place.
Yeah, our
and
front
a couple
of house.
other people said Wohop.
Yeah, come on. At that time in the morning to get that kind of food.
We have had people
Guess
say Waffle House.
Yeah, we've
and
had all
Wawa. So
Denny's.
I mean, Wohop lobster Cantonese. You get real lobster in there, man.
Oh, I know.
yeah.
That you can see.
You can see that resembles lobster.
Not these tiny little chunks. Where's my lobster? No, it's that place. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, Wohops.
And it's still there.
Yeah, it is still there.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Set list comes out. Doesn't matter what band. It doesn't matter what set list. Doesn't matter what year. You see this song and it's your favorite song to play live. What song is that?
Golly. I would say No One Together by Kansas. I didn't write it.
But it doesn't matter if you
Doesn't
wrote
matter.
it. If you love playing it.
I didn't write Thick as a Brick, but I like playing it.
Good answer.
I would say that's probably my favorite song to sing.
Cool.
All right.
All right, great. Now you know what the next question is, right? Set list comes out. This time you're not so happy to see this song. Don't ever want to have to play this song again.
And you didn't have to write it.
Yeah, doesn't have to be one of yours.
Even though it was a huge hit for Kansas, Play the Game Tonight, I do not like singing.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, listen, that's one from column A and one from
That's
column
right.
B. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, the real serious stuff.
Oh, come
And
on.
drums don't count because we know you're a drummer. Do you lay claim to any other instruments, or is it vocals and drums? I see.
I play guitar and keyboards as well.
Okay, so none of the rock and roll ensemble instruments are included in this question. If you could play any instrument in the world but those and absolutely shred at it, viola, ice bells, what would it be?
Golly, I'd have to say the violin.
Real?
Whoa,
Okay, very good. I
one.
was close with viola, right?
Yeah, I would love to shred on the violin.
Yeah, a little Jerry Goodman or...
Run it through a Marshall, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I saw a guy, man... Well, do you know Mark Wood?
No.
Talk about running. He invented this thing called a Viper. It's a 7-string violin, so it goes to all the way up violin, viola, and cello. I think it goes down to the cello register. 7 strings on this thing, but it's the size of a violin, and it's like got a flying V kind of shape. It's amazing. And he plays it through a wah-wah, through a stack. It sounds like...
And it's rock and roll.
Oh, it's heavy. Mark Wood.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. And I had a guy on the other night that invented this thing called the Guitar Viole, which is it's got gut kind of strings like a viola, but it's strung like a guitar and it has frets. It's amazing sounding thing.
Wow.
And it's
There's a
been-
lot on this show.
It's been in all kinds of movies. This guy's used it on all kinds of soundtracks, and it's amazing what's out there. So okay, all right. So we'll write you down for violin. You know, if you own a very expensive violin and you're worried about it getting stolen, do you know what you do?
No.
Put it in a viola case.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got some good ones.
Man, I found this whole, Gene Cornish from the Rascals. He's like my daily joke guy. He sends me a joke.
My son's godfather is Felix Cavallari.
Well, they're going out. They're going out
Together.
They're going
I talk
out.
to Felix almost every day.
Well, Gene's going back out with him.
Well, I think Felix has one of my shirts.
Does he?
Yes.
I know Gene does.
Gene.
Gene, listen to this.
Oh my God.
Gene has his favorite shirt from the collection is called Black Flower. It's a cool shirt, and I'm sure he had a heart attack on stage, and they had to cut the shirt off. And he's
Yeah, I
going,
heard about
no, please,
That's
no.
my favorite shirt.
My favorite shirt, please.
We had to send him
So I had to
another
send
one.
him another one, obviously. But okay.
Yeah, but he's rehearsing with Benny Harrison.
Yeah, he's rehearsing with Benny.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's
great.
a very tiny world, our world.
Very
It
tiny.
seems big, but it's...
Okay, next question.
Yeah, okay. So here's the big one. This is fun. It's always interesting. You think you know what somebody's going to say, and sometimes it's what they say, and sometimes it's not. But if you could do one gig with anybody, any combination of guys, living or dead, who would it be?
And I could be involved with some of their songs.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. It's your gig. It's my show. It's your gig.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Jeff Lynne.
Oh, yeah.
Man, let me tell you, that's amazing that you said that. I have been working on, that's crazy. I've been doing this, Roy Orbison, I'm producing a Roy Orbison live documentary, and there's so much, the whole last part of it is so entwined with him.
Because of the Wilburys.
Well, but not even the Wilburys. They co-wrote A Love So Beautiful. I mean, I get that all day
Yeah.
long. man.
Jeff Lynne, in my opinion, is an absolute genius.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like, you're going to need a drummer. So, hey, John, listen, man, this has been great. And
Yeah, really, man.
did he tell you about? Did Angus tell you about Free for All Friday?
No.
Ah, that's the best part of the whole thing, because now you're inducted for life. It's not quite the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We don't have a pyramid or anything, but you're a member of our family. And on Friday, it's the same key to get in the room, and I have like 8, 9 people in there. Guys are calling in from backstage at the Garden, and we have guys calling in from Antigua and Costa Rica, and everybody's calling in from It's fun. So on any Friday between 7 and 8, if you got 5 minutes to pop your head in and say hello.
The Guitar Viole guy came in last week.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you'll
7 and 8 p.m. Eastern
just like
time?
this, just like
Yeah,
this.
same time.
Any Friday night.
Come in for 5 minutes, come in for the whole
I'll
night,
make
or
sure
whatever.
we're going to connect, because I'm going to do that other thing for you. But
So that would be between 6 and 7 for me.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
home.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I'm home. Like I was just in Buffalo last week.
Man, the clock.
Yeah.
The clock. It's nuts. It's nuts. So anyway, so Fridays. So I'll have Angus get you my digits. Hit me back. I'll call you or whatever.
Is it a Zoom thing or just an audio thing?
No,
It's
my
just
thing.
like
No,
this.
no. What?
It's Friday night.
Oh, Friday night. It's like this,
but it's with
It's like
like
this.
9 people.
Yeah, but there's like 9 people. It's like
All
it's
musicians.
like the Brady Bunch. It's all musicians
It's
and
people
cats.
that have
We
been
can
on
get
the
into
show.
a little shout out.
Oh, believe me, a lot of Jersey people, a lot of Long Island people.
Yeah.
You get it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. And
You know Billy Falcon?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Billy's a good friend.
Oh man, we got to get him on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Billy's he wrote a lot of stuff with Bon Jovi.
So
well.
there you go again. I was
He
talking
wrote
about
with Bon Jovi's drummer, Tico.
I played a song that I wrote with Tico Torres that was supposed to be in a movie with. Listen, we could do this forever, right?
Come back on Fridays.
Yeah, you got to come back on
We
Friday.
got to get Dave Amato in too, man.
I'd
All
love
right.
for Dave to come in. Hey, you know what? If you speak to Dave, ask him if he remembers. He's not going to remember this because this isn't it. But ask him if he remembers the drummer that did the drum solo with the monkey,
Mechanical
the
monkey.
mechanical toy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we played with them at the Rib Fest in Tampa, and then we played with them at the King Center in what is it?
Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
Right.
And my wife is a huge REO fan.
Love them,
Loves REO. I come back from tour. I've been out with Xander, fly dates a weekend or whatever. Gone for a week, and she goes, "Man, I saw REO last night. Aren't you playing with them?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Well, their drummer's really good."
Yeah, his name was somebody Hit.
No,
Brian Hit.
Yes. And
Well,
I said, well, the whole band was good, but
yeah.
I said, but their drummer is really good.
That's
all
all she had
he
to
needed
say.
to hear.
I dug out my thing, man, and I just went after him with everything I had. And the funny thing is, they were on the side of the stage.
What?
Let me tell you a quick story about how David Amato was discovered. You ready?
Yeah.
When I left Kansas, I put a really great band together, man. All just top-notch guys. And Dave I'd met in the nightclub. He called me up on stage to sing Fight Fire with Fire. I'll keep it short. So we became good friends. And I said, "Hey, man, I'm going to go do some showcases. You want to be in a band?" He said, "Yeah, man. Heck yeah." So we did a showcase for John Kolodner at Geffen. And John had brought some other people from the company. And with John was Kim Carnes.
Oh, I love her.
And Kim Carnes, I didn't get signed at that time. Kim Carnes stole Dave Amato from me.
Oh.
That's how.
So Dave Amato finishes that tour, right? So I'm back to doing showcases. Now we're doing one for Atlantic. And in with, I forget the president who Atlantic was then.
Was
Yeah,
it?
Ahmad Erdogan?
No. It was Jason. Was it Jason DeFlam? No.
Oh, Jason?
No, I think it was even before that. Gosh,
Oh.
I don't know. But anyway, he comes walking in with no other than Cher.
Aha!
So what do you think happens?
She took your bass player. Took your
Oh, she took Amato.
Amato. Okay, right.
Oh, man.
That's interesting.
She stole the Amato, and she paid him too much. I couldn't get him back.
Oh, yeah.
And then he moved on to Richie Zambora's band, Ted Nugent. So, I'm really happy for Dave, man. He's just such a, you know why? Because he plays so well and he really sings great.
Yeah.
That's what everybody wants, a great player that sings as well.
Yeah, and now Greg Smith is playing
I
bass
know.
for
Yeah.
Ted Nugent.
Yeah, well, yeah, Greg probably, yeah, those guys, and they just move through those bands, and it's
Yep.
amazing what they do. They
Yeah.
just,
That's another guy you should have on is what's his name? St. James, the singer from Nugent. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about.
Ted
Yeah.
Nugent's not the singer for Ted Nugent?
no, he's got a singer.
No,
Oh.
like Stranglehold was sang by what's his name? Gosh darn it, we do some shows with him.
I'll find
No,
out.
no, now, baby. No. Anyway,
Eric St. Holmes.
Derek St. Holmes, thank you.
You're welcome. I looked it up. There you
My
go.
encyclopedia of Google.
That's right. My friend.
That guy could play and sing, let me tell you.
Well,
Yeah,
the
man.
more the merrier.
Yeah, the
you
more
know?
the merrier, man. But I'm telling you, once you do Friday night, you little timid. on the first time.
Do I use this same link or different link?
Yeah. And you just pop in. Hey, I'm
Pop
on the
in.
road. I'm here. Or hey, I hang for the whole hour. It's so amazing where it goes. It's like the hotel bar or the green room or maybe the bus. It's so much fun. I look forward to every Friday because you never know who's coming in, and you.
Okay, I'm gonna surprise you.
Bravo. All right. Well, like I said, I'll have Angus get you my information. I'll
Right.
reach out to you as soon as possible, and
Great.
we'll talk about the other thing, and we'll,
Yeah,
let's-
you have to send him the link to the shirts.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was great hanging with you guys.
Hey, you
You
too,
too.
man. Thank you for being here, John. I really appreciate it. And,
You're welcome, man.
we're label mates, so that's kind of cool, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Deco.
Yeah. Deco Entertainment.
That's right.
All right, man. I'll let you bounce. Thank you so much for being here.
All right, have a great week, guys.
All right, you
All right,
too,
bye,
man.
John.
See you soon.
See you later.
Take care. Oh, that was
He was great.
he was great.
Very talented guy too. Too bad we couldn't play him
Yeah.
singing, but we didn't want to
Yeah,
get
we'll
flagged.
get busted if we play.
We'll get flagged,
But you see,
especially-
and the thing about it is you guys, I know you'll go out and listen to his stuff.
Well,
and
all
you'll-
of the children of the lawn said it was a great show.
Thank you, children. My
Yes.
children.
Our children.
Just get ready for your merchandise.
That's right.
No, but I mean, you should. I couldn't even list the things that he's done in his career, and
Oh,
we're not
good
about
night,
that thing, but-
Argentina.
Oh, good night, Argentina.
I guess you're in a different time zone.
Yeah, they
Come
probably
in
are.
tomorrow night.
Yup, we'll be here tomorrow. Thank you for coming.
Bye, Federico Stella.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
So anyway, you know what it is. You know what it is.
All right. Well, so tomorrow night is Anything Goes Wednesday.
And you know what that means.
It means anything goes, and
We
you're going to
don't,
hear some
but you
good
don't.
music.
Yeah, we'll play some music. We'll tell some stories. We'll do some stuff.
That's right. Oh,
And-
and we're going to do our Only Murders in the Building thing.
Oh,
So,
yes, that's coming. Anyway, guys, listen, we're going to bounce because I understand we have good food waiting for me tonight.
and we have air conditioning back. Yay!
God,
All right, we love you
John.
all.
Yeah,
So,
take care, kids. And if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture.
good night, everybody.
What happened there? I don't know. Does he know how to get out of his own show?
Music, music, music. Please don't stop the music, 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 music.
She's got her mic on. There you go. That's you. All right, we'll play this. How about this? Why don't we play this? There you go. That's you.
We don't know what happened to our music.
We have no idea what happened.
We can play Angus's song.
Hey, thanks for coming down and bringing us down with you.
And that's all, folks.
That is way all.
He'll have the music sorted out by tomorrow night.
I'll get it right someday.
He'll have
Oh,
the music sorted
how
out
about now?
tomorrow night.
Listen, we're screaming and echoing. It's like a crazy place. Let's go eat some dinner.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, kids. See ya.
Sue says, silly. And look, laughing, laughing, laughing. Silly. He was nice. He turned it out. I thought he was going to be a dick when he showed up at those gold records so you could see them and not his face. It was like, oh, no, not this. Here, you didn't drink your tea.
I drank some of it.
And when he said, are these lights all right? I said, well, that depends if you want to show the gold records or your face.
That was not your best.
Well, that was the truth.
You know what?
I thought that was funny.
It wasn't. No, I don't think he would have thought it was funny
Why not?
because it wasn't funny.
It was funny. What do you want to show? Your face or